Monkey King Enma. Sarutobi Hiruzen, the legendary Third Hokage. His greatest weapon wasn't a gigantic beast or a terrifying monster. It was his oldest companion, the indomitable Monkey King Enma. He was a king, a ruler of his kind. His body was covered in thick, silver-white fur, his piercing golden eyes reflecting the wisdom of countless battles. Unlike the giant toads, snakes, or slugs, Enma's strength didn't lie in sheer size, but in his raw combat ability, his intelligence, and most notably, his terrifying transformation. With a single command from Hiruzen, Enma could morph into the legendary Adamantine Staff, a weapon of unmatched durability, capable of withstanding the sharpest blades and the deadliest jutsu. When Orochimaru unleashed his Kusanagi Sword, a blade said to cut through anything, it was Enma refusing to break. Not only that, but Enma could extend and retract at will, adapting mid-battle, allowing Hiruzen to strike from impossible angles. Even in his beast form, his physical strength was so extraordinary. When facing Edo Tensei Hashirama, the god of shinobi, Enma, undaunted, landed a crushing blow straight to his face, a testament to his raw power. His most astonishing feat, however, came during Konoha's darkest hour, the Nine Tails attack. While the entire village crumbled and shinobi fell one after another, Enma, in his unyielding staff form, stood firm. It was he who helped Hiruzen push the colossal beast back, proving that even a summon smaller in stature could stand against a force of nature. Enma was cunning, strategic, and fiercely loyal. His bond with Hiruzen spanned decades, built on unwavering trust at battle after battle, from decade to decade. When facing Orochimaru, Enma made it clear, had Hiruzen allowed him, he would have killed the traitor without hesitation. There was no hesitation in his words, no doubt in his conviction. Baku. Baku, a creature whose mere existence defies logic. A summon not meant for close combat, but for complete battlefield domination. Baku, Danzo Shimura's monstrous summon, was a colossal fusion of an elephant and a chimera, so massive that even Sasuke's Susanoo looked small beside it. With its 4 muscular legs, each step shook the battlefield, and its grotesque, fanged maw was the source of its most terrifying ability. The moment Danzo summoned Baku, the tide of battle shifted instantly. A monstrous vacuum force erupted from its mouth, powerful enough to tear through the air itself, sucking in trees, debris, and even enemy jutsu. Most terrifying of all, even Susanoo's mystical armor was not immune. Its outer shell cracked, its ribs nearly snapped under Baku's sheer force, enhanced by Danzo's wind release. This was an unstoppable force of nature. Even Obito Uchiha, the cold, calculating mastermind, was momentarily stunned, admitting Baku was far larger and stronger than expected. Baku's suction ability was indiscriminate. It could not control what it devoured. Sasuke, ever the strategist, turned this against it. He unleashed a massive fireball jutsu, aiming straight into Baku's gaping maw. The result was catastrophic. Fire, the very essence of destruction, was sucked straight down its throat, searing it from the inside out. With a piercing, agonized roar, the once mighty beast collapsed, vanishing as it choked on its own demise. Shinigami of Consuming Seal. There are jutsu that summon monstrous beasts, and then there are forbidden techniques, ones that demand more than just chakra. The Shinigami of the Dead Demon. Consuming Seal is one such jutsu. It does not merely claim a life, it steals a soul. When activated, the Reaper of Death emerges from the void, shrouded in ghostly robes, masked and surrounded by swirling darkness. It is not just a summon, it is doom incarnate. Its presence alone chills the battlefield, as if death itself has arrived. The moment the Reaper is summoned, fate is sealed. A translucent arm pierces the summoner's chest, reaching beyond the flesh into the realm of souls. With an unrelenting grip, the Shinigami drags its victim's spirit from their body. It doesn't matter if you are a Hokage, a warlord, or even a god of shinobi. Once its grasp takes hold, there is no escape. The price? The summoner's soul is taken as well. Bound forever within the Reaper's stomach, they share the same eternal torment as their victim. There is no afterlife, no peace, just endless suffering. This is a one-way jutsu, irreversible, except by a secret mask hidden in Uzumaki ruins. When the Nine Tails attacked Konoha, it was this very jutsu that sealed half of Kurama's chakra inside Naruto Uzumaki, costing Minato Namikaze his life. Years later, Hiruzen Sarutobi used it to seal Hashirama and Tobirama Senju, preventing Orochimaru from using them. Even in death, Hiruzen died standing, proving that a true shinobi fights to the very end. This jutsu is not just feared. It is respected. It is a symbol of ultimate sacrifice, ensuring victory at the cost of everything. Only the desperate, the determined, or the doomed ever dare to summon the Reaper. And when they do, the battlefield falls silent, for all shinobi know. This is a jutsu of no return. Sage Art, the 100-arm cannon. Among Hashirama's greatest techniques was a summon so overwhelming, so terrifying, that even fully armored Susanoo of Madara was shattered beneath its might. That technique was the Sage Art, the 100-arm cannon. When Hashirama activated this jutsu, an enormous wooden statue erupted from the earth, its towering form dwarfing mountains. Carved in the image of a multi-armed deity, this thousand-handed titan was no mere construct. It was an unstoppable war machine, an extension of Hashirama's will, fueled by Sage Mode and limitless chakra. Each of its hands moved with terrifying speed, raining down a relentless barrage of punches, each one carrying the weight of a landslide, the force of a tidal wave. Against this onslaught, no enemy could stand for long. Get back to the battle. Madara, wielding the Nine Tails and cloaking it in full-body Susanoo, had become a walking god of destruction. His every strike could level mountains, his every move a display of overwhelming power. With a single command, Hashirama unleashed the wrath of the 100-arm cannon. The wooden fists rained down, striking the majestic attire Susanoo, shattering its armor. This was not just a technique. This was Hashirama's absolute supremacy, proof of why he was called the strongest shinobi of his time. What makes this summon truly unique is its exclusivity. Unlike the many summons bound by contracts, no one but Hashirama could call forth this divine titan. It was the product of his Sage Mode, his mastery of wood release, and his boundless chakra reserves. Gedo statue. There are weapons of war, there are beasts of destruction, and then there is Gedo Mazo, a monstrosity that stands between the divine and the damned. A lifeless husk, stripped of its will, yet holding a power so immense that entire nations tremble at its presence. This colossal humanoid statue, with its chained limbs and hollow eyes, is the remains of the Ten Tails, the original source of chakra, the creature feared by gods and shinobi alike. Once sealed away within the moon by the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo Otsutsuki, Gedo Mazo was meant to be erased from history. But war and ambition have a way of unearthing what should remain buried. The Akatsuki resurrected it. Summoning Gedo Mazo is no ordinary feat. Only those with the power of both Senju and Uchiha bloodlines, wielders of the Rinnegan, can control it. Even then, the price is steep. The statue drains the very life force of its summoner, reducing them to a withered husk, their existence offered up as fuel for its apocalyptic power. Gedo Mazo devours chakra, ripping the essence of life itself from those who stand before it. It absorbs the tailed beasts, storing them within its body like a prison of living energy. When unleashed, it fires devastating shockwaves, erasing entire squadrons of shinobi in an instant. And when filled with the power of seven-tailed beasts, it becomes even deadlier, summoning lightning storms capable of annihilating entire battlefields. History has witnessed the devastation of Gedo Mazo time and time again. When Nagato, enraged by Yahiko's death, unleashed it upon Hanzo's army, the results were nothing short of massacre. Hundreds of elite shinobi slaughtered in an instant. Years later, Obito would summon it in the Fourth Great Ninja War, using it to crush entire divisions of the allied shinobi forces. Fukasaku and Shima. Unlike the massive toads summoned for brute force, Fukasaku and Shima are a tactical weapon, two ancient warriors, small in size but limitless in knowledge and skill. They are mentors, advisors, and battlefield game changers. Their greatest strength lies in their ability to extend Sage Mode beyond its natural limits. When perched on the shoulders of their summoner, be it Jiraiya or Naruto. They continuously gather nature energy, allowing the user to fight without interruption. This alone makes them invaluable. They are warriors. Shima's razor-sharp tongue can slice through enemies, her raw strength allowing her to tear apart opponents much larger than herself. Fukasaku, despite his age, has the power to lift Gamabunta, a toad 10 times his size, and hurl him through the air like a projectile weapon. And when they fight together, their elemental jutsu combinations become unstoppable forces of destruction. But their most fearsome weapon is the Frog Song, a genjutsu so powerful that even Pain, wielder of the Rinnegan, was helpless against it. When they sing, their voices resonate with a unique frequency, trapping all who hear it in a paralysis so absolute that even the strongest shinobi cannot break free. 3 of Pain's bodies fell to this technique, proving that even godlike beings could be outmaneuvered. Together, Fukasaku and Shima are a testament to the fact that wisdom and technique can triumph over raw power. They are not the largest summons, they are not the strongest. But when it comes to influence, battlefield control, and turning the tide of war, few summons can match their impact. Gengetsu's giant clam. Gengetsu Hozuki, the second Mizukage, was a master of water techniques. He was a master of deception, and his summon was a weapon of illusions, unlike anything else in Naruto. At first glance, the giant clam seems unremarkable. It is not massive like Gamabunta. It does not possess monstrous power like Gedo Mazo, but what it lacks in brute force, it compensates with something far more terrifying. A genjutsu so powerful that entire battalions can be trapped in an illusion without realizing it. When the clam is summoned, it releases a thick mist infused with genjutsu, creating mirage-like clones of Gengetsu himself. These phantom images cannot be touched, cannot be destroyed. Meanwhile, the real Gengetsu hides within the clam, striking from the shadows while his enemies flail against illusions. This ability was so powerful that during the Fourth Great Ninja War, an entire division of the allied shinobi forces fell into its trap. It took the combined efforts of Gaara and Onoki, 2 of the strongest Kage, to finally break through the illusion. Ibuse. This is the terror of Ibuse, the monstrous salamander of Hanzo of the Salamander. With a massive armored body, thick reptilian scales, and cold, emotionless eyes, Ibuse is a walking death trap. It is the deadly toxin that lies within. With a single breath, Ibuse exhales a thick poisonous mist, a colorless cloud of death that paralyzes anyone caught within it. Unlike normal poison, which takes time to spread, Ibuse's venom works almost instantly, numbing the body, locking muscles in place, leaving even the strongest warriors helpless and vulnerable. If an opponent doesn't have an antidote, they have only minutes to live. This is what made Hanzo feared across the shinobi world. He himself was immune to Ibuse's poison, allowing him to wade through the battlefield untouched, striking down helpless foes with ruthless efficiency. It was this single summon that enabled him to fight against entire armies alone, earning him the reputation as a shinobi so powerful that even the 3 legendary Sannin barely survived their encounter with him. Yet Ibuse is not unstoppable. Its greatest weakness is its cooldown. Once it exhales its toxic mist, it requires 5 minutes to recharge. Against an experienced opponent who understands this gap, Ibuse can be countered. This is exactly how Mifune, the legendary samurai, defeated Hanzo after he was reanimated by Edo Tensei. By predicting Ibuse's breathing cycle, Mifune struck before the salamander could unleash its venom again, securing a decisive victory. Gamabunta. Few summons in the Naruto world command as much respect as Gamabunta, the boss of the Toad Clan. He is a beast of war. He is a leader, a fighter, and a veteran of countless battles. Gamabunta, standing at an enormous height, draped in samurai-like attire, armed with a massive katana. His personality is as sharp as his blade, gruff, no nonsense, and unwilling to serve anyone unworthy. He doesn't just obey orders, he must acknowledge his summoner's strength. He fights like a storm. Gamabunta's swordsmanship is unmatched among summons. He has fought tailed beasts, held back the 9 tails, and even clashed with Shukaku, the One Tail itself. His massive strength allows him to fight on equal footing with creatures far larger than himself, while his ability to spew oil and water projectiles makes him a versatile threat in any battle. Perhaps his greatest battle was during the attack of the Nine Tails, when Minato Namikaze summoned him atop the rampaging beast itself. Even against the most powerful of the tailed beasts, Gamabunta did not back down. He fought head-on, holding Kurama in place just long enough for Minato to complete the Reaper Death Seal. Later, he would fight alongside Naruto and Jiraiya, proving time and time again that he was a warrior worthy of the battlefield. Katsuyu, the queen of the slugs from Shikatsu Forest, the personal summon of Tsunade and Sakura Haruno. Unlike the colossal, aggressive summons of other shinobi, Katsuyu does not rely on brute force. Instead, it brings something far more valuable to battle: immortality through healing. Katsuyu's most unique ability is its division technique. Unlike most summons, which rely on sheer size or firepower, Katsuyu can split into thousands of miniature clones, spreading across an entire battlefield. This allows it to heal multiple shinobi simultaneously, transmitting medical chakra from Tsunade or Sakura directly to the wounded. During Pain's devastating assault on Konoha, Katsuyu played a crucial role in saving hundreds of lives, shielding civilians from the effects of Shinra Tensei. Later, in the Fourth Great Ninja War, Tsunade and Sakura used Katsuyu to heal the entire allied shinobi forces, a feat no other summon in history has accomplished. But healing is not its only talent. Katsuyu's acidic spit is one of the most corrosive substances in the Naruto world, capable of melting through solid rock. While it is rarely used offensively, it proves that this summon is not entirely passive. Perhaps its most mysterious aspect is that no one, not even Tsunade or Sakura, has ever summoned its full form. The slugs they call forth are mere fragments of its true body, which supposedly dwarfs even the largest summons in existence. Do you know what would happen if someone were to fully summon Katsuyu's true form? Even the greatest warriors may never know. Manda. If Gamabunta is a warrior and Katsuyu is a healer, then Manda is a predator. The giant snake, summoned by Orochimaru and later Sasuke, is not a loyal companion. It does not fight for honor, nor for bonds. It fights for one thing only: survival. And to survive, it will devour anything in its path. Manda is lightning fast despite its size, capable of slithering across battlefields, burrowing underground, and launching devastating surprise attacks. It can shed its skin to avoid damage, making it incredibly hard to kill. In the legendary three-way deadlock, Manda fought both Gamabunta and Katsuyu at the same time. Despite being outnumbered, it still managed to keep up, showing why it is the deadliest summon in the Snake Clan. But Manda is ruthless. Unlike other summons, it demands human sacrifices for its service. Even Orochimaru feared it, always summoning it with caution. Sasuke, in his most desperate moment, used Manda as a meat shield to survive Deidara's final explosion, leading to Manda's death, but proving that even the strongest summon is still expendable in the face of true power. Kabuto created Manda too, an even larger, even deadlier version, and this version was strong enough to crush an entire island. Manda is not a partner. It is not a companion. Multi-headed Hound. Summoned by Pain's animal path, this colossal, nightmarish beast is unlike any other. It is a monstrosity, covered in thick, battle-scarred fur, its glowing red eyes filled with nothing but rage. At first, it appears to be a massive two-headed dog, but this is an illusion, because every time it is hit, attacked, or injured, it splits and grows more heads, each one just as vicious, just as unstoppable as before. During Pain's invasion of Konoha, the multi-headed hound tore through the village, battling Gamabunta, Gamaken, and Gamahiro all at once. It tanked their massive attacks, refused to fall, and continued growing stronger with every injury. Not even Naruto in Sage Mode, at his most powerful at the time, could stop it. He landed a massive Rasen Shuriken, a technique that disintegrates enemies at a cellular level, but the hound did not die. You don't fight the beast, you fight the summoner. That was Jiraiya's strategy years before, When he fought Pain's animal path, he realized that no matter how much damage the hound took, it would keep multiplying. So instead, he used a sealing technique, trapping the hound inside the stomach of a giant toad, locking it away rather than trying to destroy it. During the war, Naruto found a different way, using Amaterasu, the inextinguishable black flames. With its body constantly burning, the hound could not regenerate without consuming itself. Kurama. Beside all other summoning beasts, there is Kurama, the Nine Tails, the strongest tailed beast in existence, the living embodiment of destruction itself. While most summons require contracts, Kurama is different. It does not serve. It does not obey. It is a force of nature, bending only to those who can control it through sheer dominance. Throughout history, only a few have tamed this legendary beast: Madara Uchiha, Obito Uchiha, and Naruto Uzumaki. When Madara first summoned Kurama against Hashirama Senju, the world shook. Clad in majestic attire Susanoo, the beast became a war god, launching Bijudama barrages that could level mountains. Even Hashirama had to use his full power to restrain the Nine Tails. Decades later, Obito Uchiha used Kurama to assault Konoha, an event that led to the deaths of countless shinobi, including Minato Namikaze, the Fourth Hokage. The village barely survived. When it finally acknowledged Naruto, the two formed an unbreakable bond, unleashing power that surpassed all expectations. Their combined strength outmatched five-tailed beasts at once, and Kurama's chakra alone was stronger than the combined power of the first seven-tailed beasts. At its peak, Kurama could fire Bijudama like a machine gun, unleash shockwaves that reshaped landscapes, and move at unbelievable speeds despite its colossal size. No summon, no beast, no creature in the Naruto universe matches the sheer presence of Kurama. Thank you for enjoying our video. See ya!